It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Geno Smith. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Seahawks and the Cards. All that and more coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. At the 43-yard line. Here's Tune to throw it. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And Tune to throw it now. And that's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space. Oh!
Still going. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 49 yards. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down at 7. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 39. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll try for the first with Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that will bring up second down. Now Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. Over.
Throwing now is Geno.
This is Fant on the short completion.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Myers' kick is good.
And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here's Tune over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Tune. Pass complete there to Harrison.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
They'll go again with Benson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
The Seahawks at 7-5 now in a year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw is Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Geno now to throw. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Tune going to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Tune. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing, Tune. And that one too wide and incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Benson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. 2nd and a couple as they've got it as we resume action. Tune. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings us 3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Going quickly here to Thomas. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to McBride. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. In motion right, that's Metcalf. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. They juked him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 106 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And complete to Smith and Jigba. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Walker. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking to throw on second down. Tune. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man here is Benson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try to find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up a throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. Nice little juke. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Tune to throw it. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And Tune to throw it now. He finds his man, complete. That's Benson. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. 2nd and 16. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Prater's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Now Geno. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Shouting through the defense. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go now.
Here's Tune. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And some room to run now. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Now Tune. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll stay in the NFC West as we head up to Northern California to check on the Niners at home in Santa Clara. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. It's the rookie from SC, Caleb Williams, with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Mike Evans, a touchdown catch in the victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Back to throw, Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. Gets through and now an opening. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Seattle. 62 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, There wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here with Benson.
Spins away. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping,
Automatic
isn't it usually
first down.
3rd down, 4th down? They got them on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
Benson is in. Touchdown, Arizona. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Game here as the kick's away.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down and 9.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Oh, able to avoid him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
From the gun, here's Smith. Steps away to his left. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
At the 8-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Tune. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing, Tune. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 187 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Throwing now is Gino. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
Smith and Jigba hauling it in on the out route.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Smith. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Throwing again is Smith.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Throwing is Smith.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Smith. And that's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Another run here with Benson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Tune going to throw it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one knocked away and incomplete.
Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra
Automatic first down.
that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Smith.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Smith.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So out now come the Cardinals.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground with Benson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Tune.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Out of the gun, Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. From the 43, here's second down and 5. To throw is Smith.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
And this offense on third down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Smith. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
Zone read, here's Benson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Benson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run over center with Benson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Tune to throw it. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And Tune to throw it now. And this will be swung out here for counter. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that is no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
The Seahawks take back over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 17-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On the give, here's McBride. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Back to throw, Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Nifty move. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Toon. A short one here, caught by McBride. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now Toon. Caught by Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Toon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Charbonnet. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's McBride. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on,